Welcome to the Explainer. Today we are going on a journey from the sun-baked plains of northern India all the way up to the frozen peaks of the Himalayas. And we're doing it all within just one region, the incredible, diverse Jammu and Kashmir.
So the way we're going to do this is like an ascent. Think of it as a climb. We'll start down in the lush, low-lying plains in the south, and then we're going to work our way up, layer by layer, through the hills, into the valleys, and finally, right up to those massive Himalayan peaks.
Okay, but before we actually start that climb, we kind of need a map, right? So let's get the lay of the land from an administrative point of view first, just to see how this complex region is actually governed.
And it all kicks off with this number right here, 20. The Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir is made up of 20 separate districts.
Now those 20 districts, they're split right down the middle into two big administrative divisions that actually mirror the geography. You've got the Jammu region down in the south, and then the Kashmir region up to the north.
Here's something really interesting about the region. It has this unique system of dual capitals. See, to deal with the pretty extreme seasonal changes, the entire government administration literally packs up and moves from the summer capital, Srinagar, to the winter capital, Jammu, every 6 months. Pretty wild, huh?
All right, so now that we have our map, our geographical journey can really begin. We're kicking things off in the southernmost part of the region, right at the lowest elevation.
So we're going to be traveling north, and we're going to be traveling up through 3 really distinct physical zones. With every step we take, we're gaining altitude.
First stop, the outer plains. So what we're looking at here is a warm, really fertile stretch of land. It's fed by major rivers like the Ravi, Tawi, and Chenab, and it's basically an extension of the Great Northern Plains of India. This makes it a super important agricultural belt, great for growing wheat and rice. Okay, as we climb a bit higher, we find ourselves in the Shivalik Hills. Now, what's really fascinating about these is that, geologically speaking, they are the youngest mountains in the entire subcontinent. You'll see these undulating slopes and these long valleys, which are known as duns. Let's keep climbing. Next up, we hit the middle Himalayas. It gets cooler here, and you're surrounded by these dense forests of deodar, pine, and fir. This area is the source for rivers like the Tawi and Uj, and it's also where you'll find famous places like the Vaishno Devi Cave, right there on the Trikurta Hills.
So after we make our way through the middle Himalayas, our climb brings us to the real heart of the region, the world-famous Kashmir Valley.
And this quote really says it all. The key to understanding this place is its shape. It's basically a massive, bowl-shaped valley, completely surrounded on all sides by these super high mountain ranges. We're talking mountains that go up over 5,000 meters, creating this totally unique, isolated ecosystem.
But the valley floor isn't just flat ground. It's dotted with these really unique, elevated, flat-topped plateaus. These are actually ancient lake deposits, and locally they're called karawas or wooders.
And these karawas are a huge deal. Why? Because their soil, these ancient lake deposits, are absolutely perfect for growing high-value crops. The most famous one? World-renowned saffron, especially the stuff that comes from the Pampur Karawa.
Okay, so if the valley is this giant natural bowl surrounded by a wall of mountains, you've got to be wondering, how does anyone get in or out? I mean, how do people and goods get across this massive mountain barrier?
Well, the answer isn't to go over the mountains, it's to go through them. And that's where these strategic mountain passes come in. They act like gateways, carving paths right through the mountain ranges. And there are 3 passes that are just absolutely crucial. First, you have the Banihal Pass. That's the lifeline connecting the Kashmir Valley south to the Jammu region. Then there's Zoji La, which is the high-altitude gateway connecting the valley east to Ladakh. And finally, the ancient Karakoram Pass, a historic route that connects the whole region up to Central Asia.
So all this incredible geographic diversity we've just traveled through, it's not just some abstract idea on a map. It has a real impact. It directly shapes a unique identity for each and every district, and you can often see that captured in a memorable nickname.
Let's take Jammu, for example. That's the winter capital down in the low-lying plains. Because of its historical importance and all of its many shrines, it's famously known as the City of Temples.
Then you've got Srinagar, the summer capital. Its whole lifeblood is that network of lakes and rivers in the valley. So it's no surprise it's earned the title Venice of the East. Remember that fertile valley floor we were talking about? Well, it's on full display in Anantnag. It's a huge producer of rice and maize, so it's rightfully called the granary of Kashmir.
And the valley's special climate also makes it just perfect for growing fruit. Take Shopian, for instance. It's celebrated as the Apple Bowl of J&K, thanks to its incredible horticultural outplay.
And as you get into the higher reaches, the unique geology gives us places like Kishtwar. It's known as the land of sapphire and saffron, which really points to its unique, precious, and rare natural resources.
So there you have it. We've gone from warm, fertile plains all the way up to icy peaks. And we've seen how a story of incredible diversity is literally written into the land itself. And that leaves us with one final thought to ponder. How does a landscape of such incredible extremes, from one end of the spectrum to the other, shape the culture, the economy, and the very identity of the people who call this remarkable place home?